1, 2, 3, 4. Hi, this is Brian Ference. Today I'm going to be showing you how to get some okra seeds out of some okra plants. So I'm going to put the camera down so you can see the cutting board. I'm in my kitchen. Again, this is Brian Ference. You can follow me on X at BrianFerence1 or BrianFerence.com. And we're going to be reviewing how to get some okra seeds out of okra plant. So I'm going to put this down. You can see my cutting board a little bit here. What I have here is several dried okra plants. So I planted okra in my garden in the summer of last year and got a lot of great okra out of it. But what you do is if you leave some of the okra on the garden, just growing, it will eventually dry out and it'll actually start splitting like this. You can see how it's splitting here. And what we're going to do is cut these open. And we're going to collect these okra seeds because pretty soon, as soon as the ground gets warm in Arizona, then you can plant that okra again, and it's really, really fantastic. So this one, you can see it's kind of opening a little bit already. I'm going to try and just pinch it open, actually. The seeds are going to probably kind of pop out a little bit. I don't want to get them everywhere. Oh, there's a little spider or something. Let me get that. So you can see the seeds when they come out. They look about that big. And I planted actually 2 or 3 different types of okra. This kind is pretty much a standard okra. I also had some red okra, and then I had some larger, I think it's a Japanese okra. I don't think I have all of those kinds. I think this is the red okra. You can see the red coloring in it a little bit. It's a little bit larger. So that first one, really there wasn't that many seeds in there. It kind of varies how many seeds are in each one. I got about 3 seeds out of that. But let me keep going on this. Let me cut some of these open here. Actually, let me sharpen my knife because my knife's a little bit dull. So I just have a little kind of hand sharpener. I guess it's a Kitchen IQ hand sharpener. And I'm just going to sharpen it a little bit. There's 2 sides. One is just like a metal side, and then there's a softer, I don't even know what that is, if it's a ceramic. So I'll try to get my knife just a little bit sharp here before I start. Should always do this beforehand, but I'm going to do it now. That's probably good enough. So now I'm going to cut into this okra. And you can see the seeds. There's a lot more seeds in that one. Look how many seeds are in there. So I'm just going to kind of drop these down in a pile. I'm going to discard the okra husk. Okra really grows fantastically in Arizona. It's really the warm soil that makes it grow well. And I'll have to cover my okra recipe sometime. The way that I cook them is pretty simple. I basically just rinse it, and then I put olive oil on top of the okra with some rock salt. And then you basically just put it in the toaster oven. I think it's only about 3 minutes that it takes in the toaster oven. And it really makes really nice tasting, not soggy at all. It gets rid of any of that, sticky, gooey flavor that's in okra when you roast it like that. There's a lot more seeds in that one. You can see kind of how many seeds I've got there. Let me move my camera back a little bit. Quite a few seeds there. So let me keep cutting these. I'm just going to kind of cut them in half like that. And then once they're in half, they just kind of break apart really, and the seeds kind of come out. A lot of seeds in this green one as well. And you just kind of pull it apart and drop the seeds out. These will be really great for planting. When you plant these, you do about 2 or 3 at a time. I would recommend planting them probably a foot or more apart because the plant can get pretty tall. The plants that are in my garden right now are over 6 foot tall. They really only last a season to make good eatable okra. And you should rotate your crops always in different areas. The soil that I use for my okra is a peat moss. In Arizona, peat moss is fantastic. You can grow just about anything in there. So that's what I recommend. Again, I'm just kind of cutting it in half once, and then I'm kind of splitting it open to see what seeds come out. Some of them have a lot of seeds, some of them have no seeds. It really just depends on that particular one. That one didn't really have any seeds in there. Let me try this side. Looks like there are seeds in the other side, and I'll pop those out. They're like these nice little rounded black seeds. There's some more. So they're kind of hidden through there. So I recommend just kind of opening it all the way to get those seeds out. And I've just got a couple more that I'm going to cut. Again, once they dry on the vine, they will change in color, and instead of being a white green, they'll kind of be instead of a dark green, they'll be kind of like a whitish green, like a lined. You can kind of see here this white that's coming, and then they'll get visibly brittle and dry. Eventually, they will burst, so you want to get them before that happens. But I'm getting quite a few seeds just from those ones. It's definitely going to be enough to plant this year. These seeds will be really good for planting, and you can kind of continue your crop year-round that way without having to buy new seeds, which I did the first time, of course. This will be really my first season where I'm reusing the seeds. I've had okra for 2 seasons, and I planted from my ordered seeds before, but now I'm going to be using my the ones that I've grown. Had a really fantastic crop this year. Basically, with 3 okra plants, I was getting probably 2 or 3 okras a week or more. And then particularly at the hottest part of the summer. All right, this is my last one that I'm going to cut up here. And yep, there's definitely some seeds in there as well. So I'm going to pop those out. Getting quite a few seeds here. And don't want to lose that one. So again, this is Brian Ference at Brian Ference 1. Just showing you with okra seeds. They're great for growing in Arizona. And I'm just harvesting some of the seeds from the dried plants. So I left a few on the vine rather than eating them. All right, so I've got quite a few here. I'm going to add them to my other already collected seeds. I labeled it okra, not Oprah. Yeah, I don't want Oprah seeds. Those would be corrupt, evil seeds. I don't want those. So I'm going to stick with the okra seeds. I'm just going to pop them in there. They all kind of look the same. They're basically a black seed. There's a little bit of a white tip, which I think is the bottom of it. And I'm just going to add these all in here. So really, I think it was just about, 7 or 8 okras. And I'm probably getting well over 50 seeds from the 7 or 8 okra. Maybe as much as 75 seeds. And again, when you're planting these, you want to plant them when the soil is warmer. It says in zone 9B, which is Arizona, you can start planting them now. It really depends on the soil temperature at night. So what I may do is I may plant some of these now, since it's I think our temperatures are getting up to 80 degrees. But then really the best time to plant them, in my experience, is May, closer to May, just because they'll kind of sprout and grow a little faster. But what I'll probably do is I'll probably plant some now, and then I'll plant some in May. You can see all those okra seeds that I've got. Pretty nice. I'll save these and plant them shortly. All right, that was a short video, but this is Brian Ference. You can follow me at Brian Ference 1 or at brianference.com, and I was just reviewing how to harvest some of the okra seeds out of the garden. They'll be great for planting. Have a great day. God bless.